Welcome back to Writing Done Right. Well, today we want to talk a little bit about the pieces of information you're going to need to compile when you are ready to send your book to be printed. Welcome back to the channel. I am Tom Murosky, an author and a technology consultant. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, please do that now. Before you forget, hit that like button for the algorithms and leave us a comment down below. Well, today we're going to talk about the various steps and items that you're going to need when you are getting ready for publication. It's not just, hey, I have my manuscript, and hey, I even took the step to get it edited, and I have my book cover and all these. We've talked about all those things, and those are absolutely all important. Now, there's a few things that you are going to need to get. Two of these you're going to need actually to finish your typesetting and your book cover. Those are your ISBN and your LCCN. Okay, so what are these? Obviously, the ISBN, we've talked about this in detail. We talked about when to use a free one from your printing service versus when to have your own. Generally recommended, get your own. Even though it's an extra cost, it's absolutely worth having your own. The LCCN, this is the Library of Congress control number. Of course, we're talking to United States authors here. So if you're international, check with your local governments and areas to see what the rulings are in your area. But the LCCN, you don't absolutely 1% have to have this, but it's definitely better to do so. This is a control number of your book for the Library of Congress. You get this for free. You go on over to their website, create a free account over there, and then that's going to set it up. You can either do your own as a self-published author, or you can set one up as a publishing company. So consider if you're only ever going to be doing your own things or if you're going to be publishing other people's work as well. I have my own company since I have an indie press, and so I use that so I can assign other people LCCN numbers as well. Now, when you sign up for the LCCN accounts and numbers for your books, you do need to send a copy of your book to the Library of Congress. Make sure you do that. They're going to send you the information as to what to send with your LCCN email list, which honestly, I've been getting these since their new system is in place. I've actually been getting these in less than 12 hours. Like, I'll request the number at like midnight and I'll get it in the inbox early in the morning. So their new system is very good, very fast. Of course, you're going to need those numbers. The ISBNs, the LCCN goes inside of your typeset manuscript. The ISBN, of course, is used for the back cover and the printing. We also have a separate video about using barcodes and how and where to generate a barcode so you're not paying a lot of extra money for a barcode. You can get that through free sources that we have described in another video I will have linked in the description. Now, outside of that, what else do you need to have when you are getting ready to print your book? And I came up with 5 items. There may be more, so if I missed something, definitely let us know in the comments down below. The first thing is keywords. You need to have your keywords. These are put in on Amazon. You're going to use your keywords if you're doing AMS ads for Amazon ads. You're going to want some keywords, and there's a whole wonderful science about figuring out the best keywords and what to use, what not to use, things like this. And you also are going to use keywords when you are putting your book into Ingram Spark, which those keywords get sent out to all of the different bookstores that are going to be listing your books. So don't skimp on your keywords. Do a very good, very thorough job of your keywords at the front. You're going to have a much better success of discoverability if you get your keywords right from the beginning. So make sure you have your keywords. You are going to need 2 descriptions. You're going to need a short, what we might call an elevator pitch description. This is a couple of sentences describing your book. You also are going to want a long description. Where are these used? Well, when you're setting up your book on Ingram Spark, for example, there is a short description and a long description. Some bookstores just want to use the short description. Some of them just want to use the long description. Some of them will use an abstract for the short description and a long description in a further details. If you are selling your books on WooCommerce on WordPress, for example, there is the excerpt part which the person sees as a summary at the top of the page, and then there's a tab for descriptions and more information. That's what you're going to be thinking about. What's in the short section? What's in the long section? And there can be some overlap and a little bit of data there. But you do want to make sure you have a good, thorough, short description and a long description. If you have to skimp time on one of these, skimp time on the skimp time on the longer description. Have a more thorough, more better short description. It is used more often than the long description, and it's often used to get people's first initial attention to the book. So make sure that you are paying more attention to that short description. The next thing you're going to want is a bio. The bio gets put in when you are assigning your ISBN. It gets put in when you are uploading your book to Ingram. I don't think you're using that on Amazon. I can't remember for sure. But if your books are on Amazon, do not forget to set up an account for your author profile at Author Central. Your bio can go in there. So you might already have one of those. You can generally use the same bio, although I like to tweak it over the years, make sure it's slightly changing here and there, updating with more books, updating with new project titles, things like that. Make sure you have a good bio that is written. It can cover just your individual person. It can cover if you have full professional experience, particularly in the arena of nonfiction, where you're doing more authoritative work. Definitely consider that as an option. All right, so the last thing is a landing page. You either want to set up a landing page for your like a page on an author website on a book. If you do not have a full author website, you definitely want to get a domain URL and set up a simple landing page on your book. Someone wants to search for your book. You want to have a good landing page. That landing page, they can get the short description. They can get the long description. They can get the bio. You can update that with all of the different purchase links to the various places, and you can add your newsletter sign up to that page so that you have the option there to see everything. You use your keywords to boost your SEO on that individual landing page. These are all things that you're going to want to do prior to getting your book out. So it's not just a matter of, okay, my book is done, let's take it and get it all printed up into books now and expect it to sell a lot. There's a lot of things that you need to do. So just a summary, ISBN, LCCN, you need those really prior to finish your typesetting and back cover. You want to do keywords, short description, long description, a bio for basic information that you're going to need. Of course, I really didn't include it in my notes here, but goes without saying, but let's say it anyway because I think it should be in this list. BISAC codes. Make sure you know your BISAC codes. Okay, so these are your how the books are listed in different bookstores and things. What I actually have is I found a spreadsheet. I forget where I found it. If I can find one and I remember, I'll go ahead and link it in. If not, probably not the video description, but I'll link it in the article attached to the video. And you can download a copy of this. So when you're writing your books and figuring out which BISAC codes you're going to put it into, do a little bit of searches in there, figure out what codes you might need. I need to write that on my notes because that's critically important. And of course, get your landing page all set up. So those are things that you're going to need to spend a little bit of time on. Don't skimp on these guys because all of these help the discoverability of your book, and discoverability is what is going to lead to sales. So with that, thanks for coming along on this video. Leave me subscribe to the channel if you have not. Leave me some comments. Go ahead and like the video or dislike it, I guess, if you hated it. And thanks for coming along, and I hope that we have taught you how to get your writing done right.